Hi, my name is Jennifer Myers, and we would like to welcome you to a very heartfelt and inspiring online version of our Colorado UpLift Guild's annual event. In these days, I think that many people are looking for solutions to a lot of difficult problems and ways they can contribute. In the next 15 minutes or so, you're going to be inspired by the transformational stories of some of the students and staff of Colorado UpLift and the UpLift Guild and how we're able to serve them. Over the last 38 years, this program serving our inner city's most vulnerable and at-risk kids has been so successful, it's now replicated in 11 cities nationwide. We believe that every child is of great worth and has the desire and the potential to succeed. We hope you get as inspired as we are.
Colorado UpLift is all about lifting up our kids from impossible situations and having them actually see a future and a purpose and a possibility in their life where right now they might not.
Before UpLift, I was taking a really bad path.
Imagine being bullied for the way you speak, the way you look, and the race that you come from throughout your whole life.
I would surround myself with people who were doing drugs and people who weren't making really good choices.
UpLift is like an organization that helps kids become leaders and really become true and authentic to themselves and learn how to become like the person they want to be.
I was stressed out because I didn't know how to handle the friendships I was already in.
You like to imagine these innocent young faces growing up knowing that the world will be welcoming them.
I was absolutely moved to tears when I heard these kids and I met these kids and I heard their stories and their hardships and their challenges and their life situations and the struggles that they have.
Through UpLift, we just get to really build relationships with young people and get to help them realize their potential and realize their story.
One major thing that UpLift has done for me is showing me ways that I can become a better version of myself.
Being in UpLift has helped me believe in myself.
It just shows you a lot of different ways to communicate, to express yourself, to go the right way and not the wrong way.
UpLift has helped me trust in adults again and work through all my problems from my past.
Imagine being talked about because of how you look.
Imagine starting a whole new life where you don't know anybody.
I would find myself in verbal confrontations.
Before UpLift, I thought that my past and where I came from defined me.
Very difficult home situations, some living with no parents.
They're being told, oh, you don't have a chance.
A lot of just abusive situations.
You're no good. You're not that smart.
Imagine not being as confident every time you look in the mirror.
Seeing the transformation that this program, Colorado UpLift, is having in these kids' lives, I've been hooked ever since.
They can be somebody. They can be proud of themselves.
Like I was talking to Ms. Vanessa about that if I never found UpLift, I don't think I would ever become the person I am today.
I was introduced to an UpLift staff member that took time to get to know me and gave me advice on how to deal with those friendships.
I'm really open to a lot of things, like ideas.
How it really helps them to not only lean in and help understand who they are, where they've been, where they're going, but to even become comfortable in articulating that. And that in and of itself becomes a healing agent.
They push us towards our dreams. They push us to do what we want to do. They push us to really go out there and pursue what you want to do.
I love that I get to do that for a living every single day, that I get to use my story to help young people work through their story.
I feel called to do the work at Colorado UpLift to
be that support that I feel I needed when I went through such a tragic time in my life as a young person.
What Colorado UpLift is doing to transform the youth in our inner cities is incredible.
And I'm just really grateful that I'm in UpLift.
It's definitely that long-term life change that has stuck with me as a student and has brought me full circle to be a teacher mentor myself.
Just to be able to bring and offer hope.
And Colorado UpLift has saved thousands of young people.
Imagine a world where all kids grow up with the idea and the hope and the promise that the American dream is for them, not against them.
Imagine UpLift impacts thousands of students.
Help them grow up feeling whole, feeling cared for, and having a sense of direction.
Imagine that these kids are working through their hardships and getting onto a different side of that where they have a different picture in their heads of what they can become, of who they can become, and the fact that they can be successful.
You can imagine anything for yourself if you have people that are motivating you and encouraging you to do that.
Imagine that these kids grow up and become productive people and successful people who are out changing the world and changing other people's lives. Imagine the ripple effect that can come from this.
That's why I love Colorado UpLift and will for the rest of my life. It is joy. It is pure joy to see these spaces grow, these little people grow up to be amazing adults. And you'd be so proud to know any of them.
Hi, I'm Sean Myers. My wife Jennifer and I have been involved with Colorado UpLift for over 20 years. As you can see, UpLift is an interrupt to the cycle of poverty and hopelessness that so many urban youth find themselves caught in, of course, by no fault of their own. We have a tried and proven program to take at-risk youth from poverty to possibility. We all want our charity and giving to produce the biggest impact possible, and I think it's that impact that has attracted so many top business leaders to Colorado UpLift. It's my honor to introduce one of those leaders. Walt Rakowich is a leader of leaders. He got his undergrad from Penn State, MBA from Harvard, and was a transformational CEO of Prologis. He spent his career leading in the corporate world and has recently published a book on leadership called Transfluence. I highly recommend you check out. We are so fortunate to have him as the chairman of the Colorado UpLift Board. Here is Walt to describe how UpLift accomplishes its mission.
2/3 of all incarcerated Americans did not receive a high school diploma. And last year, 9,000 Colorado students dropped out of high school. One of the big reasons? A lack of having a caring adult in their lives. Colorado UpLift's mission is to change this. Last year, we worked with over 3,700 kids in 20 schools. Over 90% of our students graduate, and over 85% of those graduates go on to college, trade school, or the military. We provide kids with caring adult relationships, and we give them the tools and the skills to overcome obstacles and thrive. We have 5 programs that help students holistically grow. In our in-school program, we teach 4th through 12th grade students classes on character and leadership. Our after-school program allows us to mentor them in more casual settings. Our post-secondary program ensures every student has a post-graduation plan. Our adventure program exposes them to new activities like snowboarding, hiking, and whitewater rafting. And our advanced leadership program allows them to earn college credits while learning even more about leadership. And in this COVID environment, we have adapted our mission to assist families who are struggling with challenges of their own. I believe our greatest opportunity to impact society is right before us with our kids in our inner cities. We at Colorado UpLift are on a mission to impact the lives of these kids in a positive way.
The results speak for themselves. All of this comes from generous donations of people like you who want to make a difference and help lift these kids out of the cycle of poverty. This is not a handout. This is a life-changing hand up for these kids. And we have a wonderful group of ladies who are part of the Colorado UpLift Guild, and we love to contribute with projects and support for the staff and the students throughout the year. I'd like to introduce you to our current president, Margie Hunter. We're going to share some of these projects, and then we'll hear from a few more of our students.
Hi, ladies. I am thrilled to be able to speak to all of you caring friends at this annual meeting of the Guild today. As many of you know, Colorado UpLift Guild is made up of wonderful women in our community who want to support and enhance the work of Colorado UpLift with inner city at-risk youth. We create special events for the staff and the students. For instance, our hospitality committee sponsors 2 luncheon events for the hardworking staff at UpLift headquarters. We also bring holiday cheer in December with a gorgeous display of beautiful sweets and gift each person a holiday bonus. For the students, graduation is very exciting for these deserving high schoolers, and we so enjoy adding to their celebration with a gift card as well. One of our favorite projects is Literacy Day. Once a year, we visit all of the 4th grade classrooms to present them with a beautifully illustrated, award-winning children's book. It is so rewarding to get to work with the kids in the classroom and see their faces light up when they realize that this is their book to keep. For some, it may be their only book. Now, Jennifer can tell you about a few more of our projects.
Thank you, Margie, and I'd like to quickly share some other favorite projects. Lake Day is about pure fun at Cherry Creek Reservoir, where over 100 leadership kids, the staff, and their families come for a barbecue and lake fun. We started this 3 years ago, and it has been a great hit. The first year, only 1 student had ever been on a paddleboard or kayak, and they were all clustered in a group trying to figure it out. The next year, they had it down and had the confidence to explore and scatter all around the lake. Recently, one of the kids told a mentor that the best day of their entire life was Lake Day and getting to go on a boat ride for the very first time ever. Our annual event is usually a fashion show featuring 10 of the students at a country club. It is always amazing to see the girls go from shy and self-conscious to confident models. Coaching from a former runway model who is part of our guild, as well as professional hair and makeup, is transformational. We also throw in unique experiences as we think of them. This summer, we hosted a powerful event with the Imagine Project, which helps people transform trauma and stressful experiences in their life through the power of telling their story in such a way that it moves them into their bright future. Every sentence begins with the word imagine.
The Imagine Project. It's an amazing thing.
We're so excited to have the Imagine Project here today.
I was moved to tears more than once listening to these stories.
My name's Genesis, and I just did the Imagine project with UpLift.
Today we had the opportunity to participate in the Imagine Project, which brought a lot of hope and healing to our students and the staff as well.
Imagine not being able to trust anybody because of the pain that they caused you.
Imagine only being able to cry and not being able to communicate right with people.
I'm a firm believer in the power of story.
Imagine not feeling comfortable with your own body. Imagine not doing well in school like you used to.
I thought the kids really were so brave in sharing their stories and their challenges.
Imagine thinking about taking your life.
I feel like the Imagine project was a very good process for the girls, especially that I brought, because even for myself doing it, it kind of breaks down what your story is.
I like how imagination says we're not defined by our stories. And so I'm a firm believer in that, our story is just a part of our journey.
You like to imagine these innocent young faces growing up knowing that the world will be welcoming them.
It's just a great way of being able to grow and discover who they are and how they can, meet the challenges.
One of my imagines was imagine using my story to help young people navigate their story.
It lets you kind of go through what's been hurting you or what you've gone through.
Imagine not knowing that you would ever get over the pain that losing someone causes.
And then it's kind of developed into something that you can use.
Imagine having the opportunity to do a life work teaching and mentoring young people and giving them hope so that they don't find themselves losing someone in such a tragic way.
To go from that place and that space and that energy into possibility thinking.
Imagine me becoming an architect and helping people and guiding them through life. And that's my story.
Imagine believing that a Hispanic brown girl who comes from what people call the ghetto could become a lawyer.
Diane was saying we each have a story and we can either choose to move from it or to think back and accept it.
I'm grateful for the Imagine project, and I think it's going to be a great partnership that we can start and be able to use to help our young people to tell their story.
Imagine an idea that all of a sudden grabbed a hold of a kid, and instead of wanting to get away from the situation they're in, they wanted to transform it, wanted to improve it, wanted to make a difference for the kids around them.
It's so inspiring to me because these are the kinds of things that I think people can just change their stars when they change what their picture is and when they change their story, because really life is a story, isn't it?
Hi, my name is Nancy Fairclough, and I am the Membership VP of the UpLift Guild. I have been so touched by these stories of transformation, and I love that I get to be a part of it. There are several ways you can be involved, whether it's time, talent, or treasure. First, we would love for you to become a member of the Guild. Just the modest $50 for the 2021 dues will make a difference in supporting these projects we provide the staff and the students. And you can decide how much you want to be involved and pick whichever projects interest you. You can visit us online at coloradouplift.org to learn more and find our membership and participation form. There are also multiple levels of donations. Any amount is appreciated. In these times, our work is more important than ever to help these kids be the best they can be and help them reach their goals and dreams.
We'd like to thank you for joining us. Please click on one of the links to see how you can donate or participate.